being undertaken in a joint venture by both the SABC and Unilever. Joining us now to tell us more is Keegan Alicks, who is the Senior Brand Manager at Unilever. Keegan, thank you very much for joining us from our Durban studios. Let's talk quickly about One Team, One Nation. What is it all about as we go into this hectic Rugby World Cup?
One Team, good morning. One Team, One Nation is a movement which is created by Vaseline, the one skincare brand, who has teamed up with Shield, the #1 deodorant, as proud sponsors of the Springboks. And the One Team, One Nation is a single-minded campaign, which is the intent to bring the nation to support the Springboks.
We've seen the power of what sport can do for a country. We've seen what the power of when people believe in a team. Talk to me about just what this campaign over the next 12 weeks, what it will mean for ordinary South Africans. You've got a partnership with the SABC.
So one of the things with the SABC, we've looked for the #1 supporter who will give an amazing experience to the World Cup final. As well as for over the next 12 weeks, you could go into oneteamonenation.co.za, and actually every South African has the ability to send their messages of support to the Springboks, which will be delivered to each player before each game in the change rooms. What we also wanted to do from a point of view of making sure that every South African gets behind a green and gold jersey, on the website you can actually create an image of yourself wearing the jersey and upload it to your Facebook page and so on, yeah?
So there's a lot of participation, but ultimately at the end of the day, I understand it's about galvanizing the Bok team in London, telling them that back home we support them and hopefully they'll lift that trophy for a third time. But the importance of the campaign, getting ordinary people, because there are some, I think, a speck somewhere in South Africa that's not 100% behind the team and this World Cup.
Yes, this is definitely the case. But I think what we can do as a nation is really, the World Cup's about to start, and we as a nation can really get behind the Springboks and show them, even though they're in London, how we actually support them, and I think that's the most important thing.
You talked about hashtags, you talked about getting online, you talked about taking your pictures and uploading it with your wearing one of the official Bok jerseys. Anyway, any other way that people can get involved with this campaign? So what we do call it a nation, because we've asked the Springboks to keep on looking at the hashtag One Team, One Nation, is also on Twitter, on your social media. Use the hashtag One Team, One Nation when you're watching the games and when you're talking about the Springboks, so that we can actually get them involved in ensuring that they know that we are supporting them as one nation, One Team, One Nation. Now, I know that you're asking ordinary South Africans and fans of the Bok team, wherever they may be in the world, to get involved in this campaign. But what are some of the information that you'll be sharing over the next 12 weeks? So we have some behind-the-scenes footage with the Springboks, as well as we've also created a development program with, in association with the Wanderers Rugby Club, which aims to help develop rugby in spaces that it hasn't really been developed in previously, which ensures that we are part of the World Cup and win World Cups in the future for future generations. Can you expand a little bit on some of those places that you talked about where rugby hasn't probably been developed, or where you're aiming to develop rugby? So within our partnership with the Wanderers Rugby Club, we actually have school academies that go into communities like Alicks during school holidays and on weekends, where we actually get the youngsters and we actually develop them and use this and increase their rugby skill and their rugby ability. Is something that we're working on with the Wanderers Club. So it also helps with the youngsters actually understand that there are better opportunities out there. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to give me your best Go Bokke impression, but tomorrow the South Africans will go up against Fiji. A score prediction from you? I'm expecting Japan, many tries from the. Yeah, I'm expecting many tries from the Boks tomorrow. Let's just say it like that. Okay, Keegan is not going to commit to a score. South Africa up against Japan in their opening game in Brighton tomorrow. Okay, that's Keegan Alicks. He's the Senior Brand Manager at Unilever, and he's talking about fundraising and participation development joint venture between the SABC and Unilever. We take an ad break. You don't go anywhere.